Hello everyone, Woods Walker Outdoors here. Today is another beautiful day outside. It's going to be very, very warm. The kids are currently outside or running around doing what they do. We have a lot of plants to put in the ground. A lot of plants coming up here soon, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. We went around to some estate sales, some antique shops, and things like that. And I found a couple pipes, but I'll show you the other one in a moment. But really talking on this one because I think this was the best find. I'll go ahead and show this one to you. Here it is. I know my lighting in here is not the best, but just showing this to you. This pipe is a Willard. It is an imported briar, and it has the stamp. It says imported briar. We also had the little yellow dot symbol here on the side. The earlier models, stamp was on the top here, but this one is on the side. On the side was the later models. If you look this up, they don't really have anything online telling you exactly when or the year that they switched this from the top to the side. But it says later years. So I'm just guessing off the top of my head, probably 70s. This is probably a 70s model pipe, most likely. It very well could be a late 60s if that's when they, if that's when they made that change. But I'm thinking it's probably a 70s model, most likely. So yeah, it's a pretty nice pipe. Nothing crazy, nothing special, It's not a super expensive pipe. They are known to go up to $60 for one nowadays, in great condition, which this one is in very great condition, in my opinion. I think this thing's only been smoked at it maybe one or two times. If you could see in there, you could still see the original wood inside. You could tell it's been smoked in, but it's really clean. The bit up here and the button, I don't know if you could tell that, but very, very little teeth marks from clenching there. I mean, it's in great shape. I did a little cleaning on it. The inside's very clean as well. I mean, it's in really good shape. There was a whole cabinet sitting there, or a section of a cabinet sitting there. Had a bunch of different pipes in it. And I wish I would have spent more time on them, honestly, and looking them up and figuring out what was what. But, yeah. Very nice pipe. So it was a great pickup. I'll show you this other one real quick. Grab it from over here. This one is a neat little pipe too. The emblem on the side of this one is almost gone. This one, it's been a little rubbed off. I must say, I mean, this one hasn't been smoked out of a ton either, or somebody just, they just kept it really cleaned out. But I don't. It's just, when I think about a pipe, it's been smoked in a lot. First of all, I look at the rim here, That's not the go-to because some people take care of stuff like that. I check that out. Because usually it's pretty burnt up if it's been used a lot. Second, inside. Usually, most times, a lot of cake buildup and things like that. But again, that could be scraped out. I look at the internals in here. How beat up are they? How stained is this that, it just doesn't even come clean. The bit and the button here on the end, how chewed up is it? Is it smashed in here? Those things just, a few things I just kind of look at to tell, how much has this pipe been used or how, not well taken care of is this pipe. But this is a Stetson. Yes, it is a Stetson. It's an imported briar. And this one was made in Italy. I haven't done a whole lot of looking on this to see years and things like that. It's a very cheap pipe. I mean, this one, even finding it in estate sales and stuff like that, which is normal, it's still a cheap pipe. But anyway, So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some tobacco in this one. Okay. Had to pause the clip for a moment. We have a bearded dragon up here, and she has not eaten all of her crickets, and they get noisy sometimes. But today I'm using, we're gonna be trying some more of this. I already used a little bit in my corn cob. This RLP-6. Great smelling tobacco. You can check, it'll take a look in there. I mean, it's a really good little tobacco, and aromatic, of course. And I think we're gonna load this pipe up with some of this. And you guys can stay tuned to see the very first time we smoke this one. Which is a big thing to me. You know, it's a used pipe, but it's still my first initial smoke in it. Look at that, nice tobacco. I'm gonna fold this in here. Many techniques to tobacco and loading a pipe. Also, I like how big this bowl is. I know it's not the biggest, obviously, but it's a lot bigger than the rest of the pipes that I have, so it holds a little more tobacco in there, and a little easier to sit here and work it in. I always give my tobacco 3 good twists with the thumb. Just kind of pushes my tobacco together in there, combines it in there. Man, what a great smell this is. Let's give her a little light here. Again, not an expert. I do my own thing and it has worked. So we'll give her a little light here. Right off the rip. I mean, wow, first thing. Of course, you know, this is just my char lighting here. It's going to go out. We gotta tamp our tobacco down, but just thinking about the difference, just from the very start. I have a corn cob, a cheaper Meerschaum corn cob pipe. And a lot of you know, if you're pipe smokers, that the corncob pipes are amazing. You know, aromatic tobaccos, that is the way to go. That is the thing to smoke out of. They're very tasteful. The flavor's there. The moisture, you know, I like that. A lot of people, you know, kind of look for things that don't give as much moisture or pull as much moisture, because everybody likes something different. I personally like that corncob pipe allows as much moisture through it as it does. Obviously, you know, if you were to take your stem out, which don't do that while it's hot, but if you took that stem out and licked that liquid, ugh, bad stuff. All, I don't know, concentrated. Ooh, nasty. No, it's not pleasant at all. But the moisture that comes off of the heat, you can feel that hitting your tongue when you're smoking with that one. And I like that because it's cool. It's like a cool mist, but it's all flavor to me. You know, maybe you like different, but that's just my opinion. Go ahead and tamp this down a little bit here. Try to get that fire back in there. Very good. Very good. I have to do a little more tamping here already. Burning well. Now this tobacco is very good. And obviously you can get a tongue bite off of it. But that's all part of how the smoker smokes. Part of that, I believe some of it is, there are some harsh tobaccos that will get you very quickly. And then there's other tobaccos that I have found that are very hard to get a tongue bite out of. That's just my experience from the few that I've smoked. Some are harsher than others to me. Some give tongue bite quicker than others. And I tend to kind of smoke the same every time. And this right here, it is black raspberry. Amazing tasting tobacco. But I will tell you, I have puffed away in that old cheap corn cob. Puffed away. I mean, that corn cob was hot. I have puffed and puffed and puffed. And it is very hard in my experience. You guys give it a try. Very hard to get a tongue bite out of that. I just haven't. This RLP though, really good stuff. Really good. I'm enjoying this. I hope I can continue to find this and smoke this, or I'm gonna have to get me a good stock of it up, because as you know, tobaccos get discontinued. You don't have them anymore. One of my top favorites from when I started was called Creme Brulee. Creme Brulee was my favorite. Great tobacco. Really, it was an aromatic, but it was a really goopy aromatic. These are a little, they got moisture, but they're a little bit drier, but they're not dry, obviously. But that Creme Brulee was, I'm talking goopy stuff. And, all-time favorite it was. It really was a great one. Went back to the store where I get my tobaccos. Guess what? Discontinued. Yes, sir, discontinued. Man, I was so sad. I said, are you still getting Creme Brulee in, or is it, what's going on with that? No, they discontinued. They don't make it anymore. The people who were making it, company that was making it, doesn't make it anymore. He said maybe somebody, there's some talks that somebody might pick it back up, but as of right now, not in rotation. So I have one little pinch left, about that big, left in my bag. And had I went to the store before and known that they were not going to have any more, I would have saved that last pipe, for something special. But that's okay. To me, that's part of the experience. That's part of the tobacco experience, part of the tobacco pipe world, is some things are meant to be enjoyed slow, peacefully, for special times, and that it may very well be a once in a lifetime opportunity for you for that particular tobacco. Great smoker. It is smoking really well. I am enjoying this. I've not spent a bunch of money on pipes, to be honest. I don't have a ton of pipes. I have, let's see, I have 8. I have 8 pipes. I really need to get a holder at this point. Only been smoking the last 3 years. But I have to say, time will tell, of course. Time is the biggest thing with this. But as of right now, out of all the pipes I haven't tried the Stetson, but all the pipes that I have, this one's almost, and it may be exceeding the corn cob. Really good. It's burning well. It's staying lit. It's got a nice wide bowl. Lets a little more air in there. With what's going on in here, how they have that threaded tenon. It's got the little slot in there that allows the air flow through. And I have 2 others like that, but they got these little holes in them. And they don't let enough through. And if I'm smoking aromatics that have a lot of moisture in them, that little slot it tends to gum up. You can hear it in there kind of gurgling with the air. So, bit of an issue there, but this one has a nice rectangular slot in it, and that works out well. Man, that tastes really well. Great. This is going to be a great smoking pipe. And again, it's nothing fancy. To me, it's nice. To me, this is probably, the fanciest thing that I've picked up so far. And cool to have found it. And in a way, to select people, it is a sought-after collector's pipe. It is to me, just starting out. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Thank y'all for watching. If you've stayed to the end, we have videos coming up soon of trying to go morel mushroom hunting. Should have some videos of turning ground, maybe getting some plants in. Those are all coming soon. This is the weekend that I'm going hunting for the morel mushroom, so obviously I'm not going to be posting it today. So you may see that video next weekend. Hopefully, if we find a good bit. So anyway, thank you for watching. This has been another video with Woods Walker Outdoors. Thank you all. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And keep your pipes lit. Thank you all. Let's see you in the next episode.